Hey guys, what's up? Last week we did a video on how to make a YouTube video kind of make money as a sailor. And you guys reacted really well to it. You thanked me for the honesty and the openness and all that stuff. So a few of you though said, we'd really like to see the technical side of it. How do you actually come up with the idea? How do you make a script? How do you actually make a video from beginning to end? Because a lot of you seem to be really interested in that, how to actually make a YouTube video, the mechanics of it. So today, we're gonna go through it, point A to point B or A to Z, how I make a YouTube video in the sailing genre. So I really had to think twice before making this video because I'm actually like bringing you guys into my life again. And this is unscripted. It's just me with a camera like the good old days, which were a lot of fun. But the audio is going to be weird because it's just a GoPro, which is what I told you guys to use. So a few things I'm going to show you. First off, I get up in the morning, I make a coffee, and then I sit down here at my desk. In front of me, I have a pair of Samsung G9s, which are wildly unnecessary, but having bigger, wider screens means more real estate. When you're video editing and you've got 35 things open, the more screen real estate, the better. And I've gone through several variants of different screens, but this is my favorite now. It used to be like five different screens here, but now it's just these two. So they're G9s, they're curved. Gives me enough room to have all my windows open, where I store all my junk. So I've got like logos and stuff and files for the video I'm working on. You need to have like 4 of these open to get to all the stuff you need to make a video. I got my camera so I can see when the Amazon guy comes, or I could keep an eye on my boats. I got where I write my script. I got my Microsoft Word, and I got 2 browser window opens where I do research. Basically on how I come up with a topic to make a video, I'm in the sailing world 24/7. Even when I'm sleeping, there's sailing going on in my brain. I talk to racers, I talk to manufacturers like Jeanneau and Catalina, and I'm in every sailing group known to the world. So I'm immersed in sailing all the time. I've been sailing my whole life. There is never a shortage of things to talk about, I promise you. Recently, the Bahamas price hike, and someone was struck by lightning, which is the video I was working on today. And I'll show you the editing side of it after. But there's never a shortage of things to talk about. And I realize there's a few people out there in the world that are like, this Tim guy's an idiot. He doesn't know anything. He's only gone to the Bahamas once. What does he know? Maybe you're right. Maybe I don't know anything. What I do know for sure is like the way not to do things the hard way, because that's how I usually learn. So my mission has always been, if I had to learn it the hard way, or I had to spend 10 hours on the internet researching it, I'm going to condense it down into an 8-minute video and put it out there so that nobody else has to do it the stupid way that I did it. But even though I only went to the Bahamas once, and that's all the sailing experience I have according to some people on the internet, that's very true on YouTube. The only thing I've done on YouTube is sail to the Bahamas once. But I've been sailing literally my whole life. That's just the only thing I filmed. I'll take you guys outside and show you a couple boats, because I think that's like an interesting part of being a sailing YouTuber, is being immersed in the sailing world. And I spend every day, almost every day, as soon as I'm done making a video, I'm in the truck on the way to the boat ramp, or I'm going sailing on some keel boat, or I'm doing something. So let's check this out. Okay guys, we got Radical, the Hobie cat. I had a Hobie 16 last year that we cartwheeled at 19 knots. This is Radical. It's a Hobie 17 Hobie Getaway, and it has these benches you could sit on, so it's better for the family kind of thing. But I did new trampolines, a few new rigging things. I did the graphics package with the turtle that actually matches Lady K's turtle. The truck that I used to tow all the things. I got my CL14 and my laser that I used to teach people how to sail. These have been out a lot this year. Actually, the sail for the CL is just sitting in it because it didn't get put away right, which is, yeah, not good. I got to do better. Anyway, these have been out a lot this year to teach people how to sail. And then, of course, I've got the rib. This gets towed behind Lady K, and typically you would leave this at the mothership. But because it doesn't get used, like when you go cruising, you'd use it a lot. But because I'm not cruising right now, I figured I would just bring it home. I built a trailer for it so that the kids could play with it, because the kids love the rib. They love going out and jumping wakes and stuff. I also built that trailer that those boats are sitting on because I want to be able to take 2 boats at one time. And then of course there's Charlie. I don't know if you guys have seen the channel, Charlie the Truck. He has his own YouTube channel. It's a little bit more of a philosophical side of me. for this channel. But I'll show you guys inside real quick, because I use this truck when Practical Sailor sends me to a location to film boats or to a boat show or something like that. Because it's somewhere I can make YouTube videos, and I can sleep in here, and I can live in here. And some lights on. We were at the beach with it the other day, so it's kind of a mess. The floor is all messy. Queen size bed, got a TV, got my editing station. Again, lots of screen real estate. You need that if you're going to make videos on a professional level, I guess. Got my kitchen, and got my bathroom, Jabsco, marine, electric flush, and a shower. So that's Charlie. There's 1700 watts of solar on the roof and 600 amp hours of lithium inside. This is part of my sailing world, because this is the truck that gets me to the boat shows and to the yacht clubs. So if you see me on location somewhere filming something, Charlie's somewhere in the background. Anyway, let's go back inside. So I get up in the morning, I come in and I sit down at my desk. Oh, my friend Wes, the Salted Hippie on YouTube, made this amazing tie-dye shirt with the turtle that's on all of my boat bows. So isn't that cool? Wes made that. He actually sells these. He lives in around Marathon in the Keys. I'll leave a link below to Wes's information, because these are so cool. I don't even want to wear it because I don't have to wash it. So I'm like, I don't want to wreck it. So I'm like, I probably just leave it hung up there. Anyway, so I sit down at my desk. Usually I already have a video in mind, like something that's hot on the sailing blogs right now. I'll do all my research, I'll write a script, and once I have about, I don't know, 1,500 words, I will go film it. So I'll show you how we do that. We grab one of the memory cards right here. There's usually a pile of them, and that's the memory card reader. So we grab one of the memory cards. Oh, and I should probably show you guys how to get the script to the teleprompter. So if you take whatever script you wrote and paste it into Notepad, so copy, paste, and then save that, and it saves in Dropbox. Now I have a free Dropbox. I don't pay for extra space because I'm just saving scripts, and you can see there's hundreds of them in here. You save it to Dropbox, and then we grab a memory card and we go upstairs to the studio. Now that sounds fancy, but it's not. I have an extra very small bedroom in my house that I used to sort of make somewhere I could have a camera and some peace and quiet. So I'll show you the studio. Don't mind the exercise bike that nobody uses. There was nowhere else to keep it. So this is the YouTube studio where I do all my filming when I'm not outside on location somewhere or out sailing. Right now it's in Practical Sailor mode because I just made that Practical Sailor video this morning. And here's the camera. It's a Sony A6500 with a kit lens, 18 to whatever. It's on a small rig right now because I was carrying this camera around at boat shows, but I don't anymore, so the small rig's kind of irrelevant. Microphone is a wireless Rode Wireless Go 2. The other end of it's right here. And the lapel mic. And we have an iPad with a Bluetooth remote. And the iPad will hook up to that Dropbox. So there's everything that's in the Dropbox. So you pick a script, and then you can use the remote to make the script move on the teleprompter when it's on. But anyway, so there's a teleprompter. So when you're sitting here looking at the camera, you can see everything you need to see. When we turn the camera on, there's a screen behind it, which is probably unnecessary, but it's kind of nice to have. So you can see yourself and make sure you're in focus and everything's good. Also, when we're filming a Lady K episode, see if I can get this on camera for you guys. We go to green screen mode. Where this has these plastic hooks that hang up. And this whole wall becomes a green screen. So that we can be anywhere we want to be with the green screen. Sit on here and talk into the camera. We got all these lights. These are the lights for your face. These are the lights that light up the background or the green screen. There's two of those, and they all have soft covers on them, so nothing's too sharp. A little bit of sound editing in here. I want to put a carpet in here because it's still a little bit echoey. And I think a carpet would help deaden that a little bit. But yeah, so we put our memory card in the camera, we hit record, we put the mic on, and away we go. When we're done our script, we shut it all down and take this back downstairs. Okay, back downstairs at the computer, put the memory card in the slot, put it in from one folder to another folder, and then we're editing. So I will just open Premiere and show you one of the recent films that I made that you might have already seen. Let's do Last Lady K episode. Oh, all the stuff is gone because I deleted the folder. Anyway, this is basically Premiere on a big wide screen, so it makes Premiere really easy to use. It took me years to graduate to using Premiere Pro, and Premiere Pro is like the industry standard, that and probably DaVinci. I never use them because they're so complicated. I find Premiere still to be unnecessarily complicated. Like, they made it so complicated so nobody could use it, which seems weird. Premiere is expensive. There's a monthly fee, but if you're doing this for a living, it's kind of negligible. I think it's $40 a month. Premiere is just so complicated and so difficult. This is actually the video that spurred the video we're in right now. But yeah, it's my footage of me talking. And that's of course with the green screen behind me that you guys saw. So pretty straightforward way to edit it. And then when you're done editing, you just upload to YouTube. And right now we do have an upload going. This is a Practical Sailor. It just finished. And that's the one where I interview the folks from the Lightning Strike sailboat, SV Sailing Dark Angel. Dave and Lisa, super cool couple, super cool video. It'll be on the Practical Sailor channel probably in a week's time. But that's it. That's how we make a video from start to finish. I'm still a one-man team. Nobody's helping me. I would love to hire a script writer or an editor to take one of these pieces off my plate so I can focus on whatever's next. What's next for somebody that does sailing YouTube videos? I think just becoming a better sailing YouTuber and being able to help more people more effectively and more efficiently. But we'll see what happens. But that's it, guys, from A to B. So if you're thinking about doing YouTube videos, it doesn't have to be this dramatic, this big setup with all this stuff going on. It really can be a lot more simple. Most of the first 200 videos I made were just with a GoPro 5 at that, and I think I still have it for memory's sake. But you can make videos very easily. It's not difficult. You can make it on less software with smaller screens and less cameras and no green screens in studios. All of that stuff came more recently when I started working for Practical Sailor. So I think if you want to do it, just go and do it. It's not really all that hard. Lots and lots of people have YouTube channels, and lots of people do very, very well. You just have to, again, find that niche. And yes, I say niche, and you guys kind of called me out for that because I guess that's said differently in different parts of the world, but I'm from the Midwest and we say niche. Find your niche, make a video, and just go with it. My experience sailing, and I'm still racing and sailing almost every single day, really always leads to a topic. There's always a topic. Recently, I was up in Port Huron, and the guy fell off the boat during the Mac race, and it was like, oh, good topic. We need to talk about people falling off boats. Perusing some of the forums and saw the lightning strike, so I messaged them, and I was like, well, we need to tell people about this. We need to tell people what a lightning strike is like. So my mission has always been like, if I can amalgamate a bunch of important information and spit it out in a 10-minute video and give it to you guys so that you don't have to learn the hard way, the way I did or the way that person did, then my mission's accomplished. So the videos make themselves. This is not hard as long as you stay on point, stay on mission, and focus on that one singular thing. Everything else is just noise, and just go. And that makes it so easy because I get to ignore everything except what's on mission. That's it for this week, guys. Keep the heavy side down, but not too far down. I love you guys.